Dan here, Tease Speech Up, and it's time for a rant. Dan's cranky. So I get the same questions over and over. Well, the two main questions I get over and over. Well, I get a lot of comments. The questions I get all the time are A, why am I bouncing around projects all the time? And B, why don't I have anything nice? Well, I tell you, I have the perfect two examples right now that I live my life. So we're in a funny situation with, why don't you finish anything? I get it. I was working on this Nomad, and then I ran into some issues with the brakes, and I just kind of gave up. And I guess that's partly me, instead of fighting through and whatever, but I feel like those brakes that were on there was junk. I wasn't happy with the rear end being too narrow. This is a car I want to keep for the rest of my life, and I want it done at 100% right.
Well,
So
100% do you speak job right?
Mechanically, it is 100% right. This thing is 100% right. I don't care what you want to say about it. This car is 100% right. Everything was done properly. Could you repaint it and make it mint? Yes. But for what it is, it's 100% right. So I ordered a new rear end from Speedway, and no fault of their own, we're having a UPS glitch. So in these two boxes, these are the axles, and these are, actually there's some Chevy 2 parts in there, but that is the brakes. Hey Danielle, where's the center or the housing?
It's been out for delivery since Thursday. Today's Saturday.
And they're not going to get to it till Monday or Tuesday.
And I've called UPS every single day and talked to 10 different people.
And they don't know if it's lost, they don't know where it is, they don't know nothing.
But it was last scanned in Calgary.
And the best part is, that was the last one Speedway had in stock. So they held it for me and everything, got it shipped out, and here's where we are. So now, do we keep powering through? Do I start driving this thing? Do I screw around with no back brakes? I'm not into driving stuff that's unsafe and stuff like that. If it's on the road, I believe it's safe to be on the road. So we're at a standstill. Fine. I've been collecting parts for this thing. We have this.
And being at a standstill would be fine if this was like, if you didn't have to make content too.
Yeah, if this is just your kind of whatever. Well, even that though, I will say, it's summer. Summer's short. Every day I'm not driving this, I don't get the extra day. Like the season now, instead of coming up, it is shortening every single day. That's just the way it goes. So I would like to drive this thing. I've spent a small fortune on it and put a bunch of good parts in it, and I want to drive it. But that's life. So we're working on this thing. So this thing here, I ordered a bunch of parts and whatnot. And you know what? This one isn't any big stuff. This is a zillion little things. So recently here, if you're in Calgary, one of the main speed shops, Mopac, closed down. The other outfit in town, they don't have a lot of stuff for me, as it turns out. I don't know. Everything is like special order, or come get it in a few days anyways. So I haven't found a speed shop yet. I'm still working away at that. So it's Amazon, it's Speedway, it's stuff like that. So you're waiting on a little bit of shipping. And today happens to be Amazon day, and everything was supposed to be here 1 o'clock. It said it's now almost 7. So I'm at a point again where I have hit an absolute brick wall, where I'm meeting on endless little things, and I could keep jamming ahead, but then I'm just working against myself. So it's linkage bits, it's throttle return springs, some little brass fittings for the fuel pump, spark plug wires, just stupid little things like that, which, again, I have a bunch of junk spark plug wires we could put on this thing, but, so either I get it, do it right from the internet, because you're doing it wrong, or why you keep bouncing around. So now we're kind of out on this one, and actually,
or to do the same job twice in literally 2 days.
So I rushed actually. I paid extra of a drive shaft cut for this thing, and then I got home, it was too short. The measurement that I had given was not the measurement that was assembled. So here we are, we have 2 projects, parts everywhere, and we're at a bit of a standstill, which is kind of funny. So I don't know. I mean, that's I get it, and that's why sometimes the videos are out of order. And I get maybe it's frustrating because you really want to see the blue Nomad running. Because I tell you what, there's probably no one in the world that wants to see that blue Nomad running more than me. So I understand whatever frustration you have that the videos maybe aren't in order, or you think I gave up on it. It's frustrating. You have no idea how probably unbearable I am. because I want to drive this car. I love this car.
Do you want me to tell them how unbearable you are?
No, I'm not, I'm not unbearable. I'm just a little rough around the edges right now. So anyways, I get that question all the time. Why don't you finish one project? Why don't you take it right to the end? Why do you bounce around so much? There's those, and then the other, and one of the large parts, my mental sanity. Going car to car just makes life a little bit easier sometimes when you can, I don't know why it makes any sense. Screwing around the motor on that thing and I hit a brick wall, or I was doing brakes on this thing and hating it, mad at it. So what do? The brakes on this, but this was fine and I'm happy about it.
Well, imagine eating the same meal over and over and over and over and over again. You'd get tired of it, so then you change it up a little bit, and then you can go back to that same meal.
Exactly. So that's where we're at on those two things. The other question I get is, why do I drive stuff that's rough? Why don't I put a nice paint job on it and all these things? Well, there's two reasons, but I'll show you outside here.
Are you blocking it in silence?
Yeah, we'll just clip it. We'll fix it in post.
No, this whole.
Oh, it's such a nightmare.
It's just such a nice view from outside the door there.
Oh, you're still filming?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, we got all the junk back here. Oh, and everyone was complaining about the neighbors. We're putting more fence up there, so neighbors can't even see what we're doing. That's all getting filled in with gravel. So two reasons I don't like getting anything taken care of, because A, I hate body work, and B, was it this door? Oh yeah, right here. I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Maybe you can't see. I wiped it
You
off.
can see the scratch, though.
Well, it's got a giant.
Gotta move here.
If you look from the top down, it's got a big dent in it.
I don't know if it's showing up or not. See if I can get see.
Well, if we put a
There.
no, it's down right here.
Oh.
Can you put a phone across it? You can see.
Oh yeah.
So, I've been daily driving this thing. You can sure as heck feel it too.
Yeah.
I've been daily driving this thing. Drive to work, all sorts of stuff. Got a pile of miles on it. It's got all my junks in it. Oh yeah, I bought some water wetter. We should put that in there. There's a bunch of parts in there. Oh, I need that screwdriver actually. So I've been driving the wheels off this thing, and I know the paint is not what everyone wants. I know the roof isn't what they want and all that. But this car, I actually did body work it years ago before the YouTube days. And this one we could put a legitimate paint job on with a little bit of kind of fixing up here and there. And I put, like I said, I put brand new door skins on it, body worked it, the whole deal. I parked it at work. I parked far away, off on my own, not, whatever it was.
Like not even in your real parking lot at work.
No, I park across the street, and I walk in just so there's no reason for anyone to be around there. It's not a parking lot that gets busy versus where all the traffic is. And I come out and there's this dent in it, and I wiped it off. It had a bunch of stuff on it. So now that's obviously a passenger door went into it, and it didn't just hit it. It hit it, pushed it back, put a big dent in it, and now you tell me if this was your car and it was perfectly painted and nice and mint and all that stuff, and you came out to that, I'm not gonna lie, I think that would ruin your summer. I was like, whatever, and I hopped in and carried out my day. It is what it is. So, and like the whole, like, it's such a cliche t-shirt or whatever, like shiny paint causes stress or whatever, and it sure as heck does. Now,
Well, remember the Cobra?
the Cobra was very stressful. I didn't enjoy that. I mean, it was a roadster. It was all sorts of issues with that thing. Couldn't be outside, and then it couldn't be messed with and all that sort of stuff. But this thing here, it can sit outside. If it gets a door ding, it is what it is. The thing's not going to rot. It'll be fine. If I have to repaint it or fix it, I will. Oh, there's still tape in here. But I do like shiny cars. I do like shiny paint. And maybe one day where Danny's standing, we'll be able to put up a metal building or something like that where we can have a little bit of more proper storage, and in which case maybe I will start having a few nicer things, maybe one or two nice cars. But the reality is that blue Nomad, I want to drive that thing a lot. Like, I want to drive that to work. I want to go on road trips. I want to do everything with it. And there's people out there that don't care and will slam their car or their door or whatever it is, their shopping cart. Their kids will come up and scratch it. They'll do whatever. Cool. Old cars are cool. People go look at it. It is what it is.
Well,
And
remember that family that literally let their kid climb all over the 47?
not really, but I'm sure it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just let it happen because what are you gonna do? But that's what happened.
That does happen. People don't have the social skills or whatever understanding sometimes. And I shouldn't say people. It's 1 out of 10,000. But 1 out of 10,000 puts the door ding in your car, and you can't just undoor ding it, right? And then depending what it is, if you have some sort of a metallic color or whatever it is, or even if you have like nice old original paint to try and match it, like there's just so many. I've heard those stories so many times, and I've been that guy. We used to have, well, back in the day, Murder would have me paint cars all the time, like a sucker. And now we have this. And it's a pain. I wouldn't say I'm excited about it, but the reality is, did it affect the look of the car? No. It's the exact same. And if nobody knew, it is what it is. But if this thing was cherry front to back and now that one door ding, you'd be pissed. You'd be super pissed. This one here, it's got Krylon like rattle can blue, so if someone scratches it, just rattle can it, probably got a can in the trunk, we can touch it up and carry on with life. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Primer, can't go wrong with that. And then go from here. That's how it goes. Truck's coming up. I know a lot of people are asking about it. So we're out of all sorts of parts and stuff like that, but this is coming in next. So yet another project jump. Anyways, thanks for watching. It's a little rant there. I thought a few people might want to hear it, you know what, and I get it. If you're not on my side because you want nice shiny things, or you're the kind of individual, you're, what's the word for it, like an engineer type that can just work on something non-stop and your brain doesn't start to melt, good on you. That's just not me. Well, let's go start another project. Maybe let's go look on Marketplace and find something else instead of finishing something. That's the best part.